You can read this as any question you want. What is your answer? Yes, I absolutely have a girlfriend, but you don't know her because she's from another school. Thank you for gold, stranger. May you have many imaginary girlfriends. Oh yes, the classic bamboozler move. You fell victim to one of my classic blunders. The most famous of which is never get involved in a land war in Asia. But the lesser known is never get involved with a Sicilian when death is on the line. Ha. Thud. I actually did have a GF from another school when I was in HS. There were definitely people who thought I was lying. Had someone randomly come up to me and apologize once. BC he made a comment about it to one of my friends and was told she was, in fact, a real person that I was dating. This should definitely be NSFW anyway. It was the Child Protection Services and the police that stopped ours. How was your bar mitzvah? And why didn't the CIA get involved? FBI is domestic, CIA is international. And it was in a home. But the house was floating over Venezuela at the time. What's CPS going to do at a bar mitzvah? He's a man now. Yeah, hate it when the family dog becomes omnipotent. Because my wife farted in her sleep and it was so loud the baby woke up, so I had to get her back to sleep and I grabbed my phone and started scrolling new posts. That's why I'm awake at 3 AM. Do you plan on telling her this? And may I suggest avoiding Mexican food till your child is a bit older, otherwise there will be a ton more of these nights. As someone who at 26 still holds in farts when staying at my GFS, what foods lead to quieter farts? Avoid dairy, meat, and spicy. So pretty much everything delicious. And don't chew gum. You end up swallowing air and get really big, huge farts. You can read this as any answer you want. You can read this as a comment that continues this joke. You can read this as a comment that will get gilded. You can read this as a low effort comment that rides on originality of the parent comment and gets more golds and upvotes anyways. You can read this as a one-word non sequitur comment in an attempt at absurdist humor. You can read this as an attempt to start a gold train. You can read this as a subreddit. I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable answering that. Can you tell us where you hid the bodies? You yeeted in a river yacht. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Which SCP is this? I need to get back into these more often. SCP-2316. HM, what would be the future tense of yeet? Oh okay, so first of all that was multiple questions in one. I'll answer each one. I don't exactly know where you'd get one of those. I'm sure the Darknik could help too. Yeah, I guess you could do that if you wanted. I'd be scared of what they'd say if they woke up 3. Yeah, I'm not answering that one. Question 3 must be, would you download a car? Yes, my life changed when I started adding sugar to my spaghetti sauce. I add honey, but there's like 20 ingredients in my barlow, so you don't really taste it. This makes me angry. Insulin is pretty life-changingly expensive lol. EWW. Just use better tomatoes you heathen. I'm lazy, I buy Prego. You're a wizard, Harry. You're a windshield wiper, Harry. You're a woman, Harry. Potatoes, because they are the most versatile. Boil M, mash M, stick M in a stew. What is the one food you cook with most often? What food you haven't heard about? Never heard of this before. What food would make the best projectile weapon? Potatoes. Who have 2 potato? If you had to fight a random animal with only a food item, which food item would you choose? 25 SpongeBob voice. Patrick laugh voice. Hey, I know something funnier than 25. Giggling what SpongeBob? 26 wasn't it originally 24 and 25? ISD is a Mandela effect. 10. How was Latcher? African or European? How do you know so much about swallows? Well, you have to know these things when you're a king, you know. Monty Python's Holy Grail. What? I don't know that app. Glad to see someone got the reference. I know, right? What are the odds someone on Reddit likes Monty Python? Ah, but the African ones are non-migratory. 7. Because chickens don't eat cake. Purple, because ice cream has no bones. Well, mostly it depends on the current mass and weight of the cow itself, as well as any llamas in the general vicinity. Assume a spherical cow. Why yes, I'd love to house at your apartment over the summer. That'd be awesome. I also choose this guy's dead wife. I expected to see 42. What are potatoes? And this. How is this Reddit inside joke so far down the list? Unless it weighs the same as a duck. We need to test if she's not a witch. Make a bridge out of her. Just learned you can make bridges from stone. So if she weighs the same as a duck, she's a witch. It's a fair court. Another Monty Python. I'm loving the references here today. Cook ground beef, diced onions, chopped jalapenos and a bit of salt in a pan. Drain and add taco seasoning. Add beans and diced tomatoes and stir for a bit. We prefer black beans and canned tomatoes, but you do you. Pour all of it into a big mixing bowl and add lettuce and cheese and avocado and salsa. Stir it all up and serve on top of crushed nacho cheese Doritos. What am I having for dinner tonight? The more you wait, the harder you are to kidnap. Eat pizza and stay safe.